Good morning students. Today we will discuss types of business activities. So be focused class seeing types of business activities. Business activities are divided into two categories. First is industry and second is commerce. Yesterday we have discussed about industry. Industry is an economic activity which involves production and processing of goods, materials, and breeding and reproduction activities. Now, the second category of business activity is commerce. So, what do you mean by commerce? Commerce includes all such activities which help in trade. Now, commerce is again divided into two categories, trade and auxiliaries to trade. So, firstly, we will discuss about trade. Trade means buying and selling of goods and services for profit motive is called as trade. Again, trade is also divided into two types. First is internal trade and second is external trade. Internal trade is that trade which is done within the geographical boundaries of a country. That trade is called as internal trade. And external trade. External trade is that trade which is done with the individuals and organizations belonging to foreign countries. So class, internal trade is again divided into two types, wholesale trade and retail trade. Wholesale trade is that trade under which wholesaler buys goods directly from the manufacturer and then sell goods to the retailer according to their requirement. Wholesaler buys goods from the manufacturer in large quantity. Okay. Now, the second type of internal trade is retail trade. Retail trade is that type of trade under which retailer buys goods from the wholesaler and sell to the customer according to the needs of customer. So, these are the two types of internal trade. Now, there are three types of external trade. First is export, second is import, and third is interport. So, firstly, see the export trade. Export trade means when any business organization sells goods to the individual or any organization belonging to foreign country. So that trade is called as export trade. Like India sells tea to United Kingdom. So this will be the example of export. Now see import. When anyone purchases goods from foreign country, so that trade is called as import trade. For example, India purchases petrol from Iran. So this is example of import trade. Now the third type of external trade is interport trade. Under this type of trade, one country purchases goods from other country but with the motive of selling it to some other country. So that trade is called as interport trade. For example, India is buying any product from Japan and with the motive of selling that product to the Nepal. So that will be the example of interport trade. Now we will move to the second category of commerce, that is auxiliaries to trade. Auxiliaries to trade means such activities which help in doing trade activities, which help in the smooth flow of goods and services from one place to another. So auxiliaries are the helpful activities. For example, transport and communication activities, banking and finance activities, insurance, warehousing, advertising. All these are the examples of auxiliaries to trade. Now we will discuss all these activities one by one. So see the first, transport activities. Yes students, you know goods are manufactured at one or two places, but they are required everywhere in the country. So this problem is called as problem of place, because manufacturer cannot go everywhere to sell the goods. So there is a need of transportation facilities, with the help of which goods can be transported from one place to another place. In this way, hindrance of place is removed. There are different means of transportation like truck, rail, aeroplane, ship. With the help of these means, goods are transported from one place to other place. Now see about communication. Communication is very much important in business activities. With the help of communication services, messages and information can be exchanged between producer, customer, trader, middleman. With the help of communication facilities, the exchange of this information is possible. There are different means of communication like internet as well as postal services, telephone facility, telegram, fax. All these are example of communication. With the help of communication facilities, hindrance of information is removed. Now, next auxiliary is banking and finance. Finance is the backbone of a business enterprise. Without finance, no business enterprise can be established. With the help of finance, business can be established, run and operated. Without finance, we cannot imagine about the business. So, from where a businessman can obtain finance? From the commercial banks. Businessman can obtain finance and can perform its activities properly. So with the help of banking, hindrance of finance is removed. Next auxiliary is insurance. Everybody knows that risk is very important element of the business, and it is always present in the business. There are chances of loss because of so many risks, like risk of theft, risk of fire, or sometimes any dishonesty or fraudulent activities done by the employees. Any natural calamity can be here. So all these activity result in the loss. So most of the risk can be removed with the help of insurance. We can take insurance policy and we can remove the different type of risk. In this way, insurance removes the hindrance of risk. Next is warehousing. Yes, students, generally there is a time gap between production and consumption of goods and services. When goods are produced, they are not immediately consumed by the consumer. Generally, goods are produced in a particular season, but they are demanded by the customer throughout the year. Take example of rice and wheat. These food grains are produced in a particular season, but they are required by the customer throughout the year. That's why businessman has to store them, and to store these goods, warehouses are required, and according to the requirement of customer, goods are provided to customer. In this way, regular supply of goods is maintained in the market because of the warehouses. In this way, warehouses removes the hindrance of time. Now, next auxiliary to trade is advertising. This is very important auxiliary to trade, because a manufacturer cannot contact to every customer to inform him about the product. Only with the help of advertisement, customers can be informed about the product, like what is the name of product, what is the price and how it is utilized, what precautions should be considered while using the product, what is the quality of product. All these informations can be given to the customer with the help of advertisement. So, advertisement remove the hindrance of information, and it is very much helpful in the it is very much helpful in increasing the sale of goods. Yes class, here the topic auxiliary to trade is completed. And I think the whole topic of types of business activity is clear to all. Once again, I will summarize the topic like business activities are divided into two types. First is industry and second is commerce. Once more, I am telling you definition of commerce. Commerce includes all such activities which are necessary for exchange of goods and services. So now commerce is divided into two activities, two types, that is trade and auxiliaries to trade. Trade is again divided into two types, internal trade, external trade. Internal trade again is of two types, wholesale trade and retail trade. External trade is also of three types, export, import and entreport. Now we'll move to the auxiliaries to trade. These activities help in trade activities. These includes transport and communication, banking and finance, insurance, warehousing and advertising. Thank you class.